Hey everyone, welcome back again to the vlog. This is in response to Addy Clark, or Addy Clark, I hope I pronounced his name right. Wow, long-term plans, shit. I've been thinking about it all day, Addy. I've been living in a house since before I got a boat, I've been living in a house most of my life, so, 44 years. And since I bought the boat, I really don't know if I can go back to living in a house. Just having a look at some of these houses over here. Look like Lego, all kind of stuck together, and oh yeah, and living in a mid-terrace in Stockport for 2 years, and various apartments around Manchester before that. I don't know if I can live in a house again. I'm certainly someone who likes to be challenged, and I get bored really easily. If I'm not challenged all the time, I get bored, and then, problems start, start getting depressed and whatever else. So I like being challenged, and for that reason, that's why I like kind of being on a boat, because there's always something to do, some kind of maintenance thing, or you got to go and get firewood, or get coal, or fill up with water, or whatever it is, And that said, there's a lot of other factors that go into my plans. I haven't really got any sort of major plans sort of 5 years down the track. A lot depends on our visa situation. As of April, we've been in Britain 4 years, and I've been living on the boat for a year. We'll see what happens after Brexit, but the current immigration requirements for anyone living in a Commonwealth country, if you've got a grandparent who was born here in the UK, you can apply for what they call an ancestry visa, and it's a 5-year visa. So my partner's grandma was actually born in Glasgow. So we came over, and I came over as his dependent. So after the 5 years, what our intention is to apply for indefinite intent to remain, and that takes a year, and then we can apply for our British passports. And so our intention is to remain in Britain because we love it, absolutely love Britain. And in the past 8 or 9 months, I've only travelled around 400 miles of the whole canal network. And there's something like 3,000 miles of canals, plus all the rivers. And that doesn't include all the places like the Caledonian Canal in Scotland, the Union Canal between Glasgow and Edinburgh. And I have also sort of had pipe dreams about buying a yacht and circumnavigating the entire coast of the UK. But, that's a few years off yet, I think. I need to get my experience up on the canals first, I think, in a little boat like this for a start before I venture out and decide I'm going to sail around the coast of England, coast of Britain. But, it's an idea. But I definitely think I'll be on the water. I'm probably going to get an upgrade at some point. I would like to get an upgrade. I mean, I love my little boat. I really do. And it served me really well. And I'll probably have it for at least another year. I had the idea of that I'd at least give it a year, try living on a boat and cruising around the canals for a year. But something tells me that it's going to be more like 2 years. And from what I've enjoyed so far, I don't think I'm ever going to go back living in a house. I'll probably stay on the water. I think ultimately I would like to get a narrowboat. Or certainly something larger. The problem with getting a larger cruiser is that once you get beyond a certain size, certain length, they start getting wider. And once that happens, it starts restricting you on where you can go on the canal network. So as much as I love cruisers, I'll probably end up getting a narrowboat of some description. But again, they're costly as well. So it also happens in a few years' time. I might be in a better financial position to go and get a loan. Once I've got my British citizenship, I may be more eligible to actually apply and get a loan approved to buy a narrowboat. So we'll see, we'll see what happens, I guess. But I definitely think I'm going to be living on the water for the foreseeable future.